Well, I follow government money programs every day. So what's going on with government money and where it's going and why. And what I see a trend now, particularly in the last 6 months or so, more and more money going to get people to get better jobs, okay? It's not so much rent and all that kind of stuff, that's part of it. But the big boom is in jobs and you getting a better job, you getting the training, you getting the help you need to get a better job. So it's all those things, because you can't, get a better job if you don't have money to live on while you train for a better job, stuff like that. So there's an organization that I just got an email from called Skillworks, SKILL, and then Works, WORKS. In other words, they're a nonprofit foundation, and they're working with other nonprofits now to help people get better jobs. I mean, our income for the average person went nowhere in the last 30 or 40 years. Women went up because it was so low, but if you're a guy in this country, it stayed the same, and it's still low for women too. But so the bottom half of this country hasn't seen a income raise in, like I say, probably 30 years or more. So that's what we seem to have to work on more than anything else. So the money that's coming from Washington, state and locals, from nonprofit organizations are into programs like this. And of course, these programs will never be advertised. You won't be able to find them, in Google or any place else. So you gotta dig them out yourself. And we all want better jobs. We all want to have a better career and things like that. So this is just a sample. Now, they're working with a bunch of organizations in Massachusetts. So the Skillworks, if you find them and find the organizations they're working with, they could hook you up probably with good programs in Massachusetts. But if you're not in Massachusetts, you're going to have to find similar. But I want to talk about this because this is happening all over. Everybody whose business it is to get you a job and a higher paying job, believe this now. I keep reading it all over. So that means more and more programs will be available to do this. Here's what the money you will be able to get. And it's available now in many cities and states and counties in the United States, and will be available more and more as time goes on. The one thing is childcare. You can't do anything unless we have childcare. So that's why these programs will include money for childcare. So I mean, every state already has money for childcare, and you should investigate that. But this will be more money for childcare. Okay, that's one, is childcare. Number two is money to live on while you train for a new job. Okay. In other words, it's stipends. I mean, there's a lot of this going on now. I keep telling you about these programs all over that give you money while you're training for a new job. So you don't have a skill, you don't have a trade, you've been working in the restaurant industry and or whatever, you want to change careers or whatever, get in high tech, get into food. We have they're available in every county now. Every state has them. And there's more of them coming, because they'll be, when we need people for something, the government throws money at it, the nonprofits throw money at it, and then they throw money for you to have free training to get that job. Then now what they're doing is giving you money to live on to get that job. So that's available now, because that's how you pay the rent. You won't need a rent grant if somebody's giving you money to pay the rent while you're getting trained for a higher paying job. So that's right here. They're jobs that are paying high. They train you, they give you money to train for that. Number two, they give you money for daycare. Number three, they give you money to live on while you're doing that. And here, number four, they give you money to have reliable transportation. Some lend you money for a car, some give you Uber money or whatever, so you get back and forth to work and things like that. So that's it. So you get transportation money. See, now it's not everywhere. You're going to have to dig to get this out. You're not going to be able to make one phone call and say, oh, I want that program Lesko talks about. No, it's different names, different configurations everywhere. And you have to develop the perseverance that you're going to find what you have available to you and use that. There's no magic wand, there's no magic stuff, you know. It takes digging on your part. That's why we give out Gopher Grant Awards. And because you have to dig like a gopher to get these things. So you have, okay, so you have access to childcare, you get free training, you get free childcare, you get money to live on while you're training, you get reliable transportation, and digital literacy. You have to be digitally literate. Oh, Tammy, yes, thank you so much for helping us, Tammy. Tammy is a member that helps other members, like, boy, and that's what Let's Go Help is. Tammy, to me, epitomizes what letsgohelp.com is not only me and the researchers helping you find programs and grants and how to apply, but it's members helping members. If Tammy can give you a little encouragement about how this works, or a trick or whatever, man, that goes a long way, more than I will ever be able to do, I feel. So this is digital literacy is the other thing. Digital literacy, that means they're giving out free computers some places. They're certainly giving free classes everywhere. If you don't know how to set up your Facebook or use the internet to get a job and things like that, there's a lot of that training. It's all for free. A good place to find a lot of these things, if you don't know where to go, is your local public library. Ask for the reference librarian. 211.org, but just don't call 211. You have to learn how to work the database. It's the database that have information. The 211 you could call, but if they say no, there's no such thing, you got to work that database, because it is in there, but it's called something else, and you got to dig it out. And then findhelp.org. Okay, that's another place. The same thing. It's sources. You call sources. You don't call a clearinghouse when you get to that level. So you got grants to get free training. You got grants to give childcare. Okay, you got grants to get money to live on. Okay, you got grants to get transportation to get back and forth to work, and you get grants to get computers and training in computer literacy. So those 5 programs are grants that are everywhere in different formats. So it's you that has to do the effort and have the perseverance. How can I reach you? Tammy is on the group on Facebook. So if you're a member of Facebook, letsgohelp.com, that's where she does her best work. She may do it elsewhere. I'm not aware. Family's a delight, and we love her so for doing all this work and showing other people how to sneeze. That's what she's great at. Tammy just is the best sneezer we've ever seen. But she does. She's an epitome of what people in a group should be. And that's what people should be in society. Helping other people as little as much, as much as you can. Even if it's a little help goes a long way. So you don't have the best perfect answer for somebody, but you give them a little step forward. That's what's important. And that's what is more helpful than anything else. So remember, also remember to apply for our monthly giveaway. The deadline is October 4th, midnight. October 4th is the deadline to apply for $1,000, and it's the easiest grant application in the world. All you have to do is say, hey, here's how I'd spend $1,000. Do it for a friend, give it to a friend, give it for vacation, give it to pay your rent, your alimony, anything you goddamn want to do, okay? Just let us know, and we pick out 60 people to get it, and the deadline is October 4th, midnight Eastern Daylight Time. If you don't make that, we'll have another one next month. We do this every month. That's a benefit of being a member, and we have free training too, so look for that.